welcome to another video. I'm not going to mention what kind of tree this is. I'm sure everybody knows. It's a bit early in the year to talk about that, but it's a good time of year to sort it out. I've had it a year, well, not quite a year, probably about 10 months, I'd say, 10.5 months. Bit of fun at the time, cheapest chips from the local supermarket. And to be honest, I was a bit like in two minds whether to put it into a forest, because I've got a few more of these lying around, but because of this twin trunk, or this, it's not a twin trunk, it's an extended trunk, it did look quite interesting, so yeah, I planted it on its own. It doesn't look too bad. It's put on a little bit of growth, not a lot. The branches, a few of them had died off. A few of them were put out of position when I dug it out of the garden a minute ago. This one was up here. I think it's because the cats love it. The cats love rubbing up against it. It's a good scratching tree. But yeah, I've kind of forgotten about it. But it needs to be dealt with. I think it deserves it. And yeah, I think it's not bad. Not a bad little tree, really. So we're going to take all the wire off, see how the branches have set. There's a few dead bits. This top bit's died off. There's a branch down here that's died. I think this one's died. So yeah, we'll take the wire off and then see what it looks like, and then go from there. Right, the wire's off. Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It's very natural. There's a lot of extensions that need snipping off, like these up here, so you can encourage all these buds at the back, further back the branch. Bit down here, it's a bit long. Maybe take this one off and just that as a leader, extend these. But yeah, we'll have a bit of a tidy up. There's a lot of wire that came off of it, a lot. And these dead bits are just off of this second trunk. But yeah, I think it's alright. I quite like it. It's quite natural looking. I'm going to get it in this training pot now. That's the next stage. Get it sat in that. I think that it's a bit bulky what it's in, and I might add a little bit of a scenery or something. I don't know, I think it deserves something in it to give it a little bit of a scenery. But yeah, so we're going to get it in that training pot. So I'm just having a dig around and got him out of the pot. Ignore the white roots, they're weeds. I've got just roots of weeds. I'll get rid of them in a minute. It's actually a pretty good nabari forming. There's radial roots all the way around. Dead one there, but all the way there's some really strong roots that are coming out all in the right. I mean, I did comb it when I put it in that pot last year, but yeah, it's definitely looking good. Now obviously the elephant in the room is definitely this. I think I've got enough roots coming out to get rid of this. I really do. So I think we're going to bite the bullet on this one. I think it's worth doing. Let's get rid of it. Let's just take him off there. Just take a section out, because you don't want to damage roots that are underneath that you might need. Okay, it's pretty good. All right. So that's a cat's paw. Hey, get out of it. Take your fingers off. Fingers, you got fingers, paws. Cat loves it. They love it, but they're not great assistants. They make an absolute shocking cup of tea. Right, I think I'll leave it like that. It's a bit of wildlife. He's after the worm, that's what it is. There's a worm in there. Okay, this root here is going up. I think that one can go as well. Let's get rid of that one. Shall we waffle? Let's get rid of that one. Snip him out. Take him back down there. Where is that? Yeah, that looks alright. Right. Okay, I'll have a bit of a clear up. And we'll have an inspection on this and see where it goes. It'd be nice to get it out, but ooh, I don't think. Get out of it. I don't think I've got the luxury of doing that. I might just have to get in there and take it out below the soil level, let it rot naturally. Okay, right, I'll deal with that. I'll deal with the cat as well. Right, get out of it. There's the root. I managed to get it out. I think you can see where I potted it first time round. I chopped him short, so it wasn't doing anything anyway. It had just circled in the pot. There's a few wispy bits coming off of it, but that was the only bit I cut off, and that bit was obviously what I cut off last year. So it shouldn't damage the tree. Well, I don't think it had any input into the tree. In fact, it was causing more of a hindrance than anything. And the good thing is, underneath now, there's a big void. You see that? A big void. So I can give it a proper root prune now, and get some decent soil underneath the actual base of the trunk, because that's what we're aiming for. The roots have been dealt with. Actually, I've spent quite a while on this. I've recycled all the soil as well, which I washed through and sieved it all. I just added some fresh pine bark. But yeah, I've spent probably 20 minutes washing the soil and sieving it. I cleaned the other pot up because that's a bonus. I can use that for something else. I've got a little pine that will go in there. That's a little parviflora. So yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time on this one. Completely root pruned it. I say completely, I mean, a lot of it was dead. I've got to admit, there was a lot of dead root in there, and I think it was where I repotted it, where I was snipping them to get it into that little pot. I was killing off the end of the roots, so to speak. So a lot of it was dead, which I pulled out. But the roots that are in there are really healthy. The ones that and they're all around the actual part where you want them. It's a bit high on this part, whether I keep them, but it's on the back at the minute. But if you see that, that is what it's like under here, all the way through. So obviously I did something right the first time I potted it, which doesn't happen very often, got to admit. So yeah, I was quite chuffed the way the roots have worked. It's got a not bad flare already. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a quick snip, take back these extensions, and then just get a bit of wire on it and see how it looks. And then I'll dress the top of the soil. So I kept the moss. I'll give that a wash as well, just clean that out, and we'll get that on it. And then I think we're about done. But for something that was going to be quick and easy and just, oof, it hasn't. I've probably spent well, over an hour on it. Got to be over an hour. Definitely, yeah. Anyway, all good fun. Back in a minute. So I went a bit crazy. There's nothing left. It's just a stick. A nice looking stick though, I've got to admit. So took that one off the left lower. Didn't need it. It was too heavy. And because you got that second trunk coming off, it just interfered with it. It unbalanced it. That one was out the back, halfway up. Again, too congested. You couldn't see all the way through, and you lost the line of the trunk. It all looked a bit clumpy. So yeah, and all the rest of it is just extensions off the ends. It's a shame because there's a lot of good buds on there, and it's new growth, but I couldn't leave it on. It would have just got too leggy. It would have gone out of shape, and we would have been back to square one. Rocks, we tried rocks. We tried the old landscape look, the natural look. I don't think the tree needed it. No matter what I did, the tree didn't need it. The tree looks pretty good on its own. I'm so glad I didn't lose it in the forest. So yeah, we'll stick it out on the bench and you can see what it looks like.